Edison Volquez, the hitters, getting ready to try and figure him out. He's going to be the starter in our ball game. Our site for today's game, the great American Ballpark, the home of the Reds. Welcome, 2K Sports broadcast of MLB. Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips, John Kruk. It's a Monday afternoon. And Steve, as you take a look at this Kansas City lineup, what do you think we're going to see?
Edison Volquez has great movement on his fastball and an exceptional changeup. That combination keeps hitters off balance and allows them to have great success.
Now we'll see Ned Yost's offense. Now, John, anyone in particular we should keep an eye on?
Well, I love Mike Aviles. He's a guy who can absolutely catch the baseball at shortstop, one of the best in the game. But what I also like is he can swing the bat and do a lot of things. Every once in a while he'll turn on one and hit it out of the ballpark, but he's a guy that's going to be a consistent 300 hitter throughout his career.
It's going to be Kane now. He prepares to lead off this game. Getting set to look at the first pitch. At the belt, Volquez kicks and throws. Circle change, cut out and missed, 0-1.
Well, you talk about a guy who just corkscrewed himself into the ground. Bad timing.
That's low and outside, 1-1.
Gary, the numbers seem to indicate he likes to go fastball on a 1-1 count, trying to get back ahead again.
The 1-1. Outside for a ball, and it's 2-1.
Well, you got to like the way he's changing speed and mixing up his pitches. He just missed, though, with that changeup down and away.
Two-1 on the way. Back up the middle. And the leadoff man of this ball game's on board. Let's see if they get it started early. You got a chance to check out the Reds here. Let's look at their defense. Infield, outfield factors in this one, John?
Well, Joey Votto came into his own as a hitter, and now he's starting to come into his own as a defender. Great glove work around the base, good athleticism, not afraid to throw the baseball to him. When you're a first baseman, you can make throws. That's just an asset to your team.
Aviles at the plate. 250 average lifetime. That's 1 for 4 against the Reds. Runner on first. And he watches the low pitch from Volquez. And the called strike taken by Aviles.
Now, Gary, the pitcher pulled the string on this one. It looks like a fastball, and then it just dies out as it gets to the plate. Good late movement.
Strike 1-1 pitch is a circle change. That hits the target. 1-2. Pitch on the way. And Mike Aviles looks at that one. It's a ball, evens the count.
Well, like a lot of hitters with 2 strikes, he's been very susceptible to the breaking ball. Let's see if he gets it.
Pitch in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. The 3-2 pitch. Popped way up there behind home plate. Had a look at that one, but can't come up with it. Line shot into center field. Makes its way through for a single. Runner around second. He's heading for third.
Well, you would like to see him done it on the first pitch, get that base hit. But if it took a while, it doesn't matter if you're the hitter. As long as that base hit gets put in the column, he is rewarded, and he deserves it.
And Butler's in the box. .423 career average off the Reds. No outs, and the corners are covered. Yow, a little low. Got it in the dirt, but he held on. The 1-0 pitch. Low for a ball to Butler.
Well, a lot of guys would swing at that pitch right there, that changeup down in the strike zone, but the hitter luckily stayed off that one.
Fastball called strike 2 and 1.
That's a great pitch right here. Pounding the strike zone, going up and away. A pitch he could catch up with.
Now Volquez sets up the 2-1 pitch. And Butler lets it go outside for a ball.
Well, he tried to go outside on the outside corner with that fastball right there. Just got a little bit off the plate. He's got to be careful, though. You don't want that hitter to get his arms extended.
And that misses. Ball 4. He has loaded him up.
Good eye by the hitter there, laying off that low ball, understanding below the knees, take it. Gary, a test for young Edinson Volquez right here. He hasn't been in too many of these kind of situations.
You know, he's really in a lot of trouble here. The base is loaded.
That's a big at-bat coming right here, Gary. And I'd expect the pitcher to go to the breaking ball, trying to get the hitter out in front to get the double play.
Bases are loaded and nobody out. Circle change is right there for a called strike.
A very effective pitch. The changeup painting the outside corner. Now you can go back hard in or go soft away again.
Here's the 0-1 from Volquez. That's hit foul by Gordon. Hit sharply towards the hole, and it's in there, so Gordon credited with that RBI. That's run number 2. And he'll stop at second base. That'll be a 2-run double. Get to take a look at one here that probably should have ended at first base.
Well, he had the burners on coming out of the batter's box and rounding first base. Great aggressiveness on his part. He didn't let up, and he gets in safely.
No indecision when he got to first base.
That's how you get in safely to second.
So looking to capitalize on this RBI chance, Jeff Francoeur. Getting out in front any time of the ball game, you want to do that. Now you try and build on it.
And Gary, you can never underestimate the importance of an early lead. It can allow the pitcher to go right at the hitters and pitch with confidence.
That one fouled off by Francoeur, and it doesn't hurt to get that starter to throw a few pitches either.
Well, he's going to need to settle down a little bit here so he can stick around later in the game.
Volquez too far outside. That's going to be a ball.
Well, up over 20 pitches now here in the first inning. Not the way you want to start the game, because it ultimately hurts you in this inning, but it's going to hurt you later as well. You're going to be out early.
The 1-1 now. And here's a swing and a miss. He couldn't get that one. 1-2.
Someone explained to me how you swing late on a changeup. Unbelievable.
The pitch. And he leaves that one alone. Jeff Francoeur showing patience to even the count.
Well, that's a tough pitch right there to lay off of. That changeup down and away and out of the strike zone. But the hitter must have been looking for it because he wasn't fooled at all.
Fastball well off the mark, and it's full 3-2.
Well, that fastball right there just missed, just below the knees. Tell you what, a borderline pitch. I think they wanted that one bad.
Here's a big pitch to Francoeur. He cannot connect. Francoeur up empty and gone.
Well, this is where you want to go with 2 strikes on the hitter. You want to go down out of the zone. He swings through it, couldn't make contact with that one. Gary, a pressure situation right now for young Edinson Volquez. He has not found himself in this kind of situation too often early in his career.
Quite a fix he's in here, Steve. They're already down by 2 and 2 more in scoring position.
I think he can get out of it. He's got to make some smart pitches, though. Because they're only down 2, he can limit the damage. They're still in the ball game.
Runners at second and third, only 1 away. Passes on that low outside pitch, 1-0. 1-0 pitch, circle change. That's over. 1-1.
What an outstanding pitch. Changing speeds, hitting your spots. Throw that changeup away.
This is one you hope doesn't come back to backfire. This walk here is going to load the bases.
I think it's good strategy. You've got to get the runner so you get the force out at any base and the potential for the double play opportunity.
Gets at the plate.
Well, they had to go to the bullpen much earlier than they anticipated, but the starter wasn't getting it done, and you can't let this game get away from you.
And he's got a shot with the bases loaded.
And they can really open up this game now with a big hit.
Pitcher wants this big hit more than anyone.
Well, high pressure, no doubt about that on the mound right now in a jam like this.
And Steve, he's going to try to find a way out of the bases loaded jam. Probably looking for that double play.
Well, he's going to have to pitch to the bottom of the strike zone and get the hitter to top it, and then let his infielders do their job.
He waited on that first pitch and took it. It's 1-0. Just a 100 average. He's gone 2 for 20 lifetime against the Reds. Ready with a 1-0. 1-0 is a fastball that runs away. 2-0.
Well, this is no time right here to try to nibble on the corners. You've got to throw a pitch down the middle and hope you can get the hitter to get himself out. If you make a quality pitch, you can get out of this inning. If you don't, you're going to get hurt.
And the 2-0 pitch is a fastball low. 3-0.
Now the bases are loaded, and now you got a 3-0 count. You just can't walk a guy in this situation without giving your defense a chance to help you.
Here's the delivery. He makes contact, line drive, and it gets down as Butler's brought home. And Gordon scores. 2-run single on that one.
Oh, this is a tough piece of hitting right here. The ball in on his hands, able to fight it off and drive it the other way.
That's that quintessential kind of inside-out base hit. And Escobar settles in. Well, this offense is having one of those days. Wow, are they putting some numbers up.
Well, they jumped out of the gate here early, Gary. A lead like this can change your whole approach to the game, both with your pitchers and your hitters.
Slider misses badly with it. 1-0. And I guess these guys look like they brought the lumber with them today.
And that lumber is working, no question about it, as their offense is propping up their starting pitcher.
At the belt, the 1-0. Fastball just misses, and he falls behind. 2-0.
Well, he had the right idea in mind, trying to get that fastball down and away. Just missed. Now let's see how he comes back with the next one.
Comes set, now the 2-0. Escobar makes contact, fouls it away. Fastball gets away from him there, and it's 3-1. Career batting average for him, just 184 against Cincinnati. Here it comes. And on that one, he's not going to get the call, so he will issue the walk.
Well, the pitcher's got to get his radar back in the strike zone right now if he wants to continue through this inning.
It's going to be Hoshaver now. Well, he needs to get this out here. You do not want to give up that big hit to the opposing pitcher, especially with that top of the order waiting. Bases are loaded here with only one away. The 0-0 delivery, a fastball taken for a strike.
Look, Gary, 0-1 count. I'm looking for him to come right back with that fastball.
Oh, 1 is a slider for a called strike.
There's 2 quick strikes. Now he's ahead 0-2. Let's see if he goes out of the zone and see if he can get the hitter to chase.
Swing and a miss. Slider, 2 down.
Well, he made it look easy right there. Slicing and dicing, just attacking the strike zone. 3 pitches, all for strikes. Sit down.
It's going to be Kane now, and he'll be looking to pad the lead a bit here.
When you get these kinds of opportunities, you have to capitalize on it and swing the bat.
And the pitcher's really got to bear down now. Bases are loaded with 2 down. And here's the first one. Watches a fastball that's in there. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
Well, this would be a perfect pitch if it stayed in the zone. This slider just slid right out of the zone, just off the bottom outside corner.
Fastball gets away from him there, 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swings and grounds this one to the right side. Foul. Low and a bit outside for a ball. 3-2 now. The full count pitch. And he missed with ball 4. That's going to bring in a run.
Well, you just saw a great deal of plate discipline right there on the hitter. Maybe a little fatigue on the pitcher's part. They're not used to throwing that many pitches in one at bat, but the hitter wins it and gets that base on balls.
Aviles at the plate.
Oh, this inning getting worse right now. I mean, listen, second walk of this inning, giving up a bunch of runs, so clearly he can't be long for this game.
Two outs, bases loaded. The pitch. That one misses. It gets away from the catcher. Pauses, and now the 1-0. He watches that fastball. It'll even up the count at 1-1. And Steve, talking about long for this game with the walks, obviously the pitch count this inning really getting up.
Exactly. It's not only the total pitches you throw, it's how many you throw in a short period of time, and he has thrown a lot of pitches.
That swung on, hit on the ground. Renteria in the pickup. Throws on to first in time to retire the side. Wow, they deal some serious damage. First inning really starting out with a bang. KC has the lead, 5-0. Going to be Luke Hochevar on the mound. For Kansas City, he'll be starting. And Steve, as he gets into the Cincinnati lineup, what are we expected to see?
Well, the key for Luke Hochevar is to throw the fastball for a strike early in the count. That opens up the corners of the plate and the ability to change speeds with the secondary stuff that's just not quite as good as the heater.
Now the 1-0 pitch. 1-0 delivery is a fastball in there, 1-1.
The key for any pitcher is establishing the four-seam fastball. Once you get that working, it gives you so many different options.
Hit in the air to left center. And it's caught. The play by Gordon. That's one away. We've got a moment to check out that lineup for the Reds. Any of these bats stand out, John?
Well, Johnny Gomes can change the game with one swing, and I tell you, make a mistake, as hard as he swings the bat, he can hit one out of the ballpark and win a game for you. Keep an eye on him. If he connects, you got runs on the board.
And that one outside. Phillips lays off. Lifetime 231 off Kansas City. Here's the 1-0. Liner between first and second. Throws in time to first. What a play.
What a great snag right there to get the out. Tremendous athletic play.
Now's a good time to take a moment to check out the Royals. Here's their defense. Any picks, John?
Well, Jeff Francoeur has been one of the best right fielders in baseball for a long time. He'll go get him, and what he does, though, is he absolutely shuts down a running game. An unbelievably strong, accurate throwing arm that always hits the cutoff man. He's a guy that you want in right field with the game on the line.
Just off the outside, and it's 1-0.
And when he can keep that thing down and away, it's nearly impossible to hit.
And Votto lets it go outside for a ball. Now the 2-0 pitch. Ball 3. Joey Votto lays off it, and now in real danger of putting him on with a free pass.
Well, it's a good spot to miss with that thing, just off the corner.
Here's a swing, line drive down the left field line. Out of here, a home run. Well, that home run occurred with no one on, so they'll only chip one off the deficit, down by 4.
He went with a four-seamer, and I don't know if there's any seams left on that one. He took him way out of here. Well, you know, credit Cincinnati for at least trying to get some offensive attack mounted here, but they still got a ways to go, huh?
Base is empty with 2 outs. The pitch. Ball 1. Outside as Roland takes it for a ball. He's batted 3 for 5 lifetime off Luke Hochevar. One 0 on the way. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. This one to Gordon. And that's the 3rd out. That'll do it. Narrow their deficit a bit. They pick up a run on the dinger. The Reds making progress. They've cut into this lead. And the 3-hole will be coming right up. Great day for baseball. A great American ballpark. That's the place. Skies above us pretty much clear. And Butler's in the box. Starts him out with a fastball for a strike.
Look, Gary, 0-1 count. I'm looking for him to come right back with that fastball.
And that's a strike. Billy Butler's going to have to be in a defensive mode in this at-bat.
In order to throw that fastball away from the hitter, you have to get great extension out in front. Nice job of pitching.
Nice reflexes there to keep that one under control. That one was in the dirt. And Billy Butler watches that one go by. Count will be even. He delivers. That's hit foul by Butler. Here's a swing and a fly ball. Bruce will field. He's taking charge, puts it away. And it's Alex Gordon now.
The Royals had a real tough go of things on the road in 2010. A big part of those struggles, bad pitching.
Nobody on base, one away. First pitch on the way to Gordon. Plays off a called strike, 0-1. Tell you about the bad pitching on the road by the Royals. One of the real ironic numbers is they had the worst road ERA and the best batting average on the road.
29 and 52 on the road in 2010. Now listen, when you have bad pitching and good hitting, it still adds up to losing. You have to pitch better.
That's in on the hands for a ball, 1-2.
Now, Gary's a pitcher ahead in the count right now, 1-2. You can afford to waste a pitch or two to see if you can't get him to hit one of your pitches.
The 1-2 pitch. Good patience. Alex Gordon letting that one go by. It evens the count. Tough pitch to lay off that time. Full count, 3-2.
Well, that's the pitch you want for the ground ball out. That two-seam fastball at the bottom of the strike zone. Just couldn't quite catch the plate. Good eye by the hitter.
The 3-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled away. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. And that one is in there. His second hit today. And that's going to bring Jeff Francoeur up.
This could be demoralizing for the pitcher. You have an at-bat that goes that long, and you think you had him a couple times, and he fouled off some tough pitches, and he ends up getting that base hit. He really has to refocus himself and settle down.
One down, runner at first. Now Francoeur gets set. There's a smash towards the hole. And Francoeur has got himself a single. Kansas City gets a shot at it right now. Opposite field hitting. It is a classic piece of baseball.
Especially on that inside pitch. It keeps the defense off guard when you can muscle the inside pitch to right field.
And it's Pena batting.
It had been a long time for the Cincinnati Reds to make to the playoffs. Not only did they finish over 500, which was a surprise, they actually won the division. One of the more shocking things from 2010.
And he takes that curveball for a strike, 0-1. And to make it even more shocking, it wasn't necessarily about pitching, which we talk about all the time. Yeah, they had that, but it really was the offense that drove them to the top.
Most runs scored in the National League, most home runs in the National League. They were the cream of the crop in run production in 10.
Gets at the plate. Two down. Runners at first and second. Here's the first pitch. Fastball too low, 1-0.
Oh, it's a great fastball right there down in the strike zone. Now there's so many ways to go. Let's see how he comes back to attack this hitter.
Here's the pitch. Swung on, a fly ball down the left field line. Gomes to field this one. And that's the third out. That'll do it. No runs and a couple of hits and two left on. Kansas City 5, Cincinnati 1. 5, 6, 7 hitters to get things started. And if you are just tuning in, hi, Gary Thorne along with John Crutch, Steve Phillips. We bring you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. That one in play. Kane to field. Catch is made. So with one away, here's Johnny Gomes.
Well, Johnny Gomes was given a chance in 2010 to play every day, and he rewarded his manager with putting up unbelievable offensive numbers.
That one fouled off by Gomes. Amazing for Gomes, John. The slugging percentage went down 100 points in the matter of 1 year, and yet almost had 20 home runs.
You know, guys, it's amazing to me. I mean, he was in witness protection a couple years ago. I didn't even know where he went, but he's bounced back, resurrected his career, and found some of that sock in his bat again.
Here it comes. And he swings and hits this one foul. Strike three, Johnny Gomes on a swing and a miss.
I've got a chance to take a look at the slider again.
A breaking ball right there gets him to swing. You can see that back leg kind of jelly bitten a little bit.
He really used the off-speed pitches during that at-bat to get it over with. And here's Ramon Hernandez. Lifetime, a .222 average against Luke Hochevar. Two outs and nobody on. Now it is swung on and hit. Gordon's going to play it. And that's going to do it in this half inning. And they aren't able to get anything going in this half inning. 3 up, 3 away. Kansas City not letting go of this lead. Alcides Escobar leading it off. Drew a walk as last time. Too far outside, 1-0.
Well, he's one of those pitchers that doesn't like to fall behind, and when he does, he wants to come right back in with that fastball, so you got to be ready for it.
The 1-0 now. There's a swing, fly ball down the line and left. And in there, base hit. Escobar's going for the extra. And at second base, he's tagged out. It's going to be Hochevar now. Struck out swinging last time. One out, bases empty. First pitch. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. Here's the delivery. Near first. And he steps on first. That's the second out. It's going to be Kane now. Two outs, bases empty. First pitch to him. First pitch way out of the zone, ball one. Here's the 1-0. That one is hit well. Stubbs there. And there's the third out. No runs, one hit, and no one left on base. And it'll be the Reds coming up next. It's Edgar Renteria to lead it off. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. This one to Francoeur. And he gets over and grabs it with the leather.
Well, not hard to understand this one, Gary. You're going to bring in the pinch hitter for the pitcher. Hopefully a guy who can come up with a big hit.
Base is empty, one out. Here's the pitch. Swing and lined up the middle. And that gets down. Lewis a single. He's going to try to stretch it. He throws. Not in time. He's on at second. Get to take a look at one here that probably should have ended at first base.
Well, he had the burners on coming out of the batter's box and rounding first base. Great aggressiveness on his part. He didn't let up, and he gets in safely.
No indecision when he got to first base.
That's how you get in safely to second.
Drew Stubbs, runner in scoring position. First one to Stubbs. Here's the pitch. Slider just misses. 1-0.
Now, if you're going to miss, this is where you want to miss. Throw that breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone. If the hitter swings and puts it in play, it's a ground ball out.
Well, there is one down here. You got a man on second base. Going to give up the pass. Maybe try for two.
A hit here scores the man on second, so obviously they're going to look for the double play now.
We'll see Brandon Phillips now.
Well, another strong year for Brandon Phillips offensively. 100 runs scored, almost 20 homers, but he really struggled after the All-Star break. He needs to have a consistent full season to help his team get back in the postseason.
One out with runners at first and second. And a fresh count. Phillips, here it comes. And it is in there. That's going to bring the tying run to the plate. And Lewis comes home. John, you're talking about the break for Brandon Phillips in the year. Hit 300 before the break, 247 after, and luckily the Reds were able to get by with that slump.
Well, he slumped because he got hit in the hand with a pitch, and he wasn't able to swing the bat and grip the bat nearly as well as he had been. So I think that was a big part of the struggles in the second half.
Votto gets set. Here's the pitch. Swinging a liner to left. Now it's two. Stubbs is on his way home. Stubbs to score. There's the throw. And he easily gets second base.
With runners in scoring position, you need to do something to get them in. He didn't have to get a hit. He knew all he had to do was find a way to keep it in play and pick up an RBI. Now it's getting interesting, Gary. Scott Rowland looking to produce for his team here in this critical situation.
Right now, looking better for this ball club. This is what they needed. Just chink away here and get back into this thing.
Gary, that last at-bat is exactly the kind of at-bat that they needed. Quality, professional approach, putting it in play. Now they're in a position maybe to tie this thing up early on.
Fastball just misses. 1-0. You know they're going to have another hit or two, Steve, but when you're hitting like this, your confidence level starts going up.
Gary, you just don't want the other team to run away from you. So at this point in the game, reduce the deficit, get it close, understanding you got plenty of time left.
Sinker just off the black, falls behind 2-0. Lifetime real good, 383 off the Royals. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Came with a sinker, 2-0, but he missed it, 2-1.
That's 2-1 count. He likes to swing the bat. He tends not to take that borderline pitch, so if you can make a good pitch, you got a chance to get him right here.
Here's the 2-1.
3-1.
And now Rowland has the count to his advantage, 3-1.
Well, anytime you have a count 3-1 in your favor as the hitter, you're looking for a pitch in a little box in the location you want to. If he throws it in there, you better be ready and get a good hack at it.
The right center, and it gets down. They'll bring Phillips to the plate. And this rolls all the way to the wall. And Phillips comes in to score. They apply the tag. He is out at third.
Here, Kansas City pulls this one out in a very well-played ball game. A lot of contributions from many different players.
Always like to recognize the player of the game, and we've got one today.
Well, you know, Gary, a lot of times it doesn't matter how many hits you get, but when you get those hits. And sometimes it only takes one, and that's how this game was decided today. That one big hit was the reason this team won. That's why he's our clutch performer.
And they come into hostile territory, Steve, and take this one by 1 run.
Well, both teams had a chance to win it. Goes down to the very end, but the visiting club outplayed them.
Thanks for being with us today. We hope you've enjoyed 2K Sports Major League Baseball. We wrap it up. I'm Gary Thorne with John Kruk, Steve Phillips, and our 2K Sports group. We'll see you soon.